Hello, hello. Good afternoon. Lisa and Michelle here with This Magic Moment Bridal Studio. And in the middle here, we have the amazing and beautiful Beth Machine with the North Regional Chamber of Commerce here. We are so excited to have her and to also call her a friend. She's been a good friend of mine through church and through other things. And she's an excellent friend with Michelle. They are best buds. So thank you for joining us, Beth. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
You here. We love girl time.
Yep.
But Beth has so many great things to talk to us just about our community in general, for business owners too. And so this is going to be such a valuable time. So if anybody jumps on and does want to ask questions, please ask them and we'll try to answer them live if we can. If not, we'll get back to you. If you see this afterwards, then put your questions in, or you can always reach out to us through email, through DM, through whatever method you can find us, and we will get you the answer as soon as we possibly can. So let's just start. Beth, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Yeah. So my name is Beth Machine, and I am the executive assistant at the Pittsburgh North Regional Chamber. I started about 6 weeks before we got shut down from the state. So we're all working virtually from home and trying to stay connected with the chamber members through Zoom and through other means that we can. So I live in the North Pittsburgh area, have lived here pretty much my whole life, either in Southern Butler or Northern Allegheny County. And that's the footprint of the Pittsburgh North Chamber. And so I have one daughter who is now permanently at home and doing classes online. And like Michelle, we are all very highly annoyed by the daily changes that have happened with our school system.
Tomorrow,
my husband.
I'm just gonna leave that go. But I say tomorrow they'll be giving out apples to our favorite teachers. That's what we're gonna do tomorrow.
Aw,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, we're gonna do something nice because you can get easily frustrated right now.
Exactly. So my husband's also working virtually from home. So we have learned how to tag team our group meetings that we have to be on. So that's been fun. And being at home so much, my daughter and I have started to take on some more baking. So I've been teaching her how to make stuff. She made snickerdoodles for her pappy last night. So we're gonna
You're such a good she's in good hands.
I know, we're gonna do a drop off with him later today. But yeah, so the working for the chamber as a new employee has been interesting because I was just starting to get in my groove and understand some of the people that I work with on a day-to-day basis. And I also run the student program side of things, so working with our colleges in the area. But now that's pretty much put on hiatus with all of our students working virtually from home, and a lot of them, especially like at La Roche, were asked to leave their residency halls. And it's just been challenging because I'm not even sure how to get a hold of our career development offices at this point. But that's my goal, is to help build that for the fall and work with our chamber members who want to bring on students to their businesses to help them learn and have some really awesome people join their, keep and retain those students in the area so that we keep that growing for the northern region of Pittsburgh.
Well, doesn't the chamber with La Roche work really good together as far as doing like internships and just getting the kids involved in the community before they even graduate?
Yes. So our program for student membership is we have 3 college stakeholders. So the students at La Roche and Chatham and Slippery Rock University can all join as student members at no charge because the school is helping fund that portion. And then it allows them to come to our meetings, participate in our young professionals group, gives them the discount for any of our meetings that are charged a small fee. And then we are also trying to get them involved in some of our virtual meetings right now. We have a couple that are student ambassadors. So each Each school has a student ambassador that we're working with to kind of just promote the chamber to the students and have the students understand what benefits they have of being part of the chamber.
Oh, that's fantastic. That's such great things for our community and our young kids who are getting ready to come out into this real world.
Yes.
We have so many more tools than I know I ever had. That's a huge, huge blessing. So, well, the chamber does a whole lot more than I think a lot of people are realizing.
Yes.
Working with the young kids, working with business owners, and working with just individuals and their families in the community.
Yeah, so what some of the things that we're doing right now, because obviously we're not allowed to be gathering in large groups and not able to do much outside of the virtual environment, we've still been able to establish some virtual connection meetings to help our small business owners and individuals who are part of the chamber to get at least meet people online and be able to interact and share ideas of like how they're going to help their business or keep their business growing, even though we're in this time right now. Like Michelle so kindly did a Facebook Live last week to show how she was going to do virtual appointments for your bridal studio, and that was really cool. I loved hearing how taking that business and making it virtual. We're learning to think outside the box.
Yeah, it's been really fun. We just finished our third one, and it's been amazing to see how pleased they are with being able to shop a different way.
Yeah. I mean, I love shopping virtually. I hate going to the store at Christmas time, so I'm always the one online buying my gifts and 2-day shipping. So this takes it to a whole nother level when you're shopping for your bridal gown.
When you get a personal tour and personal shopping experience. Yeah, they're getting it.
Yeah,
all the attention.
We've gotten some girls to smile, which was such a joy for us to see there. I've been kind of interviewing and taking a ton of notes with the bride, and Michelle's actually been at the studio alone, and but setting up some dresses as far as some themes that they had talked about, just to give some ideas and some inspiration so that we can still keep this dream and this experience going until we can officially open and have them come in and try them on and actually feel them and see them on their own bodies. But just to continue to celebrate the whole wedding process, because it shouldn't have to stop.
So. That was awesome. The chamber let me share that with them. That was cool.
Yeah, no, it was great because once we all realized that we weren't going to be able to do business day to day like we were used to, we started to brainstorm of how can we keep connected with our community, how can we keep connected with our businesses, how can we be a little more strategic in how we get information out there, because there's just so much online right now that people can get overwhelmed easily. So what we decided to do is to create themes each day for our chamber page. So Monday through Friday, we have a different theme each day, and we're focused on that particular topic. And then we invite people our chamber members to do a Facebook Live about that topic. So that was Michelle did our Tech Tip Tuesday video of how she took her virtual appointments and explained a little bit of how that worked. So Mondays we do health and wellness. So we have chamber members who are anywhere from like a health coach or people who have different like gyms and things like that. They will get online and they'll share some information about how to stay healthy and well during this time when you're stuck inside. I know Pamela, who did our presentation yesterday, talked about how to not feel exhausted working at home all day long. I know a lot of us. So, my day when I was working in the office at the chamber was 8:30 to 4:30. And, you drive to work, you are at your desk for 8 hours, you get done with whatever you're doing for the day, you drive home, you have that time to wind down. Now that we're all working from home, it feels like your office hours are 24/7 because you're constantly thinking about, oh yeah, and then my desk is right here, so I can just type that email out, or I can just schedule that thing on my phone, or I can keep track of my social media things that are happening all day long. And you don't ever have that physical break from work to home. So that was, I thought that was a really great topic to share. And then, Tuesdays, like I said, were Tech Tip and Takeout Tuesday, because we were trying to promote our small businesses and restaurants in the area to encourage people to still, if they can afford it, to go out and have a meal out and not have to worry about doing dishes at the end of the day. Yes, Wednesdays. I know there's so many more dishes in my house now than there was when I was working full time.
It's crazy.
Yes. Yeah, and then Wednesdays we're focused on employment and HR issues. So a lot of our small businesses are able to file for unemployment if they need to. And then there's the Paycheck Protection Program for employees. And there's so many different things. There's tax credits and all this kind of information that's out there. So we're addressing that and healthcare issues. So what if you get furloughed? Does that mean you still have healthcare benefits or not? So these are the kind of topics we talk about on Wednesday. Then Thursday, we're talking about all of the things wrapped around finance and taxes and all that fun stuff that everybody loves to hear about, and the emergency disaster loans and all the things that the SBA keeps changing daily. So our poor bank members of the chamber, they are swamped. One of our banks told us that they have had 8,000 applications for the Paycheck Protection Program. I mean, they're just overwhelmed right now, which is why people are so frustrated with not hearing back from their banker, because the banks are waiting on the SBA. Then they're getting all these loans coming in, then they have to process them somehow. So be patient with your banker. I mean, they want your business, but they're a little overwhelmed right now.
And they're trying to learn it too as it keeps changing daily. It is quite maddening for everybody. We just have to have patience, and I know it's hard.
It's hard though, especially when every day you're looking at your bank account dwindling, and you need to get this loan taken care of so that you can keep. That you're not going to close your doors permanently. So that's a big concern for our small businesses, and we understand their frustration. But then Friday, to alleviate all of that, we're doing a fun and family Friday. So every Friday we just focus on good news and focus on fun stuff that you can do for the weekend. Again, Michelle was so nice to share one of her awesome videos that she did, taking a tour of all the murals in Pittsburgh. So that was kind of a fun video that we shared. And then we had one of our caterers talked about how to make 2 meals in like 15 minutes. So he had his girls help him make 2 different meals. That was really fun.
I'm gonna look that one up.
Yeah, it was really great. It was last Friday. He did a great job, and his girls were so cute. And then I don't know how many of you are aware, but John Krasinski has this amazing video YouTube channel that he shares some good news, and he interviews different people just to talk about awesome news. And last week, oh my gosh, so excited. He had the entire cast of Hamilton sing to this little girl who missed the musical because she wasn't allowed to go see it.
That was amazing. I got to watch that when it happened. It was so good.
That was
that one.
I got chills. I got
that
chills. It was really, really cool. So so those are some of the things the chamber's doing online and through our social media. And then we also are still continuing. We do connection meetings. Normally we have about 200 events a year between our weekly free connection meetings and then some of our after hours and our different signature events like Night at the Races and our Taste of Cranberry. There's so many awesome things that we pull together, but now that those things have to be put on pause, we are doing virtual chamber connection meetings. So we're still inviting chamber members and their guests to go to our calendar, sign up for one of our connection meetings. You'll get a Zoom link, and then you can join our connection meeting. And that's a place where you can give an elevator pitch about your business, talk about some of the things that you're doing right now to stay in business or things that you're offering to your customers to help boost your business. And then we're doing, instead of after hours, we're doing business inside hours. So our virtual happy hour. And we have a different theme each time we do it. So this Thursday at 5, we're going to have a virtual background theme. So we want to see some really creative people come up
I
with those
just
fun
learned how to
backgrounds.
change that. So
Yes, yeah. So,
maybe I can do like a wedding altar behind me and wear a veil
oh, that would
There
be
you go.
so
I
fun.
love it.
Yep. So
with like
this week
champagne
is,
glasses.
yeah, so we're going to do that this week, and then next week I think we're going to do a trivia happy hour. So you'll
Oh, that'd
see
be
some
fun.
80s and 90s trivia, and
I can play that game.
yeah, and then the last weekend or the last Thursday in April, we're going to do a derby theme because we were initially, one of our events was going to be a Triple Crown bar crawl, and that I was so looking forward to going to that. And now that we can't do it, we're like, well, we're going to bring the derby virtual. So everybody get your favorite hat and your favorite mint julep drink or whatever your favorite drink is. We're going to share a little derby theme for the end of the
That's
month.
fantastic.
Yeah, but
We
all
can
of these
still
events
have
are going to
fun
be
online for now.
yeah. So all of our events that are coming up virtually will be on our chamber calendar page. So you just go to the Pittsburgh North Regional Chamber page and click on calendar, and you'll see all of those events that you can sign up for.
Now, what if you're not a member yet? Can you still go to some of these things?
Yes. So that's one of the things that we decided early on when we knew we weren't going to be able to meet physically. Even in our chamber connection meetings, a lot of our chamber members will invite a guest who might want to be a member at some point. So with all of these events that we're having are open to anybody who wants to join it, because we know we're all kind of isolated right now, and especially people who don't have a family at home, they're like by themselves all day long.
Yeah.
So
Very
we
hard.
really want to, we really want to encourage people to connect and share what's going on and help alleviate. I mean, that's all part of being part of a chamber. You're part of a community, and we want them to know that the community is not just the people in our membership. We want to serve our community as well.
That's
So,
fun.
yeah, there's a lot of things that we're trying to do community wide. I mean, like everybody who's watching is probably from a different area of the world than we are. So, there's different chambers all across the United States. So feel free to reach out to them because they want to connect with their people. But one of the things we've done, because our footprint is a little unusual, we're kind of a little bit of 3 different counties. So we serve Southern Butler County, Northern Allegheny, and the eastern side of Beaver County. That's where we see a lot of our chamber members. But there's also a Beaver County chamber and a Butler County chamber, and we've reached out to those 2 chambers as well as several organizations in Butler County to form a collaborative so that we're helping all of our small businesses and community members know what resources are available in the Tri-County area, and partnering also with the SBA in Pittsburgh to make sure that the information that we're sharing with our members and our community is accurate and up to date. And I know the SBA district office here in Pittsburgh has been really happy that we called them and invited them to that collaborative, because they want to make sure that they're aware of all the issues that are happening for our businesses so they can share it with the larger SBA group.
That's fantastic. There's so many resources that are right here and that are a lot easier to find in one place, and getting the true facts than even trying to Google it, or sometimes going to the SBA place where you can't even get through.
Right.
But you can have with some answers and to get you on the right track to at least start getting the process moving forward.
Oh, yeah. And then the best thing about this collaborative group is that the one gentleman who's in charge of the Butler Growth Collaborative, Mark Gordon, he had encouraged all of us to share all the information that we're getting from all of our resources, and they're vetting it because they have the time and ability to do that in their office, because they're a government office, so they have to be at work, and they have the employees to be able to help do that. And we really appreciate that, because there's like 3 of us on our staff that are just scrambling to make sure that we're addressing everything that's coming up daily. And it's just great to have all these organizations come together and work towards one common goal. So we're
Yeah,
really
that's
happy
nice.
about that. Yeah.
We're even
Wow.
seeing that in our industry too. We're seeing a lot of our designers and other stores in other regions. We're all coming together, sharing ideas on how to stay open and not stay open, but how to still service our brides while we're closed.
Yep.
And it's been amazing seeing these companies share things with each other that they never shared before because we're all in
Yeah.
it together.
I know.
hmm
Yep.
It's a different time, but it's nice when people can come together instead
Yeah.
of so
Yeah. It makes me very proud of our groups that are, just setting aside the differences that we can have and just working on a focused common goal, which is making sure that our businesses and our community is able to see this through and get out of it
yeah.
and be able to be successful on the other side.
Right. We want businesses to stay in business, and we want employees to still have jobs and families to be able to stay in their homes and survive and not have the stress, and children to go back to school and have fun.
Yeah. And I know I'll have to share the link with you guys, but the joint page that we're doing is going to have a helpline that addresses for anybody that's having any kind of anxiety, depression, if they're, any kind of issue that they're dealing with, they're going to have a helpline available that they can call and just talk to somebody and give them the resources that are available in their county.
Oh,
So
that's huge. Well, after this video is done, if you wouldn't mind, Beth, putting that in the comment section.
sure.
So that anyone who sees this can go there and reach out if they need the help and go directly to the site and get the care and the help that they need. So that's huge.
Yeah, absolutely.
We all are experiencing in some way, shape, or form anxiety, depression, worry. So it's just a matter of how do we manage it and how do we express it in a healthy way and how do we move forward with it. And so everyone
Don't
has
let it take control.
And it's hard. And, even going for walks sometimes is hard. There's anxiety. I have anxiety going for walks. Just, you know what I mean? It's just, who would ever guess in this world? But.
Oh, yeah. You can see the difference in how people react to each other when you go to the grocery store because you have to walk in and grab something and somebody's looking at you like, are you wearing a mask? What are you doing? Are you 6 feet away from me? I feel like we all need to carry around a measuring tape that's set out to 6 feet.
I know it's strange and weird times, and we have to manage it so that if we have children, we can help our children manage it. And they're trying to deal with online learning and teachers who are all in this at the same way. They've never done this before, and there's kinks in it all, and we're not all perfect. And we all have to just give some grace, have some patience, and go to the chamber. The chamber has all the good information. I'm loving this Friday event. This happy hour for the Derby.
Yeah. Lisa and I can help with the 6-foot radius. We could order a whole bunch of hoop skirts.
There we go.
Everybody can just walk around the mall with one of those on.
Oh my gosh. We need to do that and take a video and share it. Michelle, we should go down to Giant Eagle and do it.
Just walk around in hoop skirts. Yeah.
Don't come near me.
Bless your heart. Get away.
And our derby hats on.
Derby hats, parasols, and masks.
We'll have to have a tiara. Everyone needs a tiara. That's a girl.
There we go.
Might have to order some more of those in too, Michelle.
Oh yeah, we'll order some of those in. That's the next round.
Nice.
We'll have to do this again and get all dressed up for it.
All right. Since we are kind of joking, one of the bridal stores is taking the cups from the dresses, the ball cups, and they're making masks out of them, and they're overlaying them with lace and trim. They're beautiful.
That's awesome.
It's the perfect size.
It's the perfect size right there.
It is the perfect size.
Got to get creative, man.
Great.
I'm hoping that we only need those for a short period of time, though.
And these are new,
Interesting.
not used. They're new.
Well, I know. I'm just saying, I hope we won't have to wear them for very long. As good as they may be.
That is too funny.
Hey, we got to do what we got to do.
My problem is I'm a little claustrophobic, so I'm like having to do deep breathing exercises before I even put it on. I'm like, okay, I can do this. I can breathe. I can breathe. I'm like psyching myself up the whole time. I can breathe, right?
Oh, I can totally understand where you're coming from because we have 2 N95 masks for some reason. And so Todd was like, wear this. And I can't wear it. I started hyperventilating. I'm like, nope, nope. So I have like those hair kerchiefs. I have that on. I look like a bandit ready to like rob a store every time I have it on.
I see people wearing these like funny hats with like horns on them, almost like Batman looking, and doing all these fun stuff too. They're like, I'm going to John
If we're
Eagle.
going to be ridiculous, we might as well go all the way.
Yeah.
No one's going to know who I am in here.
The kids at Chick-fil-A all have teddy bears on their face.
Oh,
No way. Oh my gosh.
So, yeah.
So, well, let me look at some of our notes. So real quick, Thursday, tell them about the event coming up Thursday.
Yep. So
Yeah,
so we have a Chamber Connection meeting at 2 p.m., which that's just our normal Chamber Connection. We have a facilitator. We share announcements that are coming up with the Chamber, any information or news. And then each person that's on that meeting can do an elevator pitch. So be prepared to give your 30-second to a minute pitch on your company and what specials you have going on or any information that you want to share. And then Thursday at 5 o'clock, we're doing our business inside hours, which is our virtual happy hour. And this week, like I said, we're doing the virtual background theme. So everybody picks a fun, funky theme that they want to do. We'll probably share some stories about why we pick theme, why we picked the theme we picked. We had one lady today on our connection meeting this morning that did the Brady Bunch theme in the background. So you saw the staircase with the living room. And I was like, soon as her video popped up, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. And of course, we had a millennial on our group that was like, what is that? I'm like, no.
The most iconic living room ever.
Yeah, go watch HGTV right now. Like you will see.
Oh my gosh. We'll all come together because they'll post something and you'll be like, what is that? And they'll be like,
yeah.
What
Yeah. So we have not had, we've had some people actually join the Chamber over the last 4 weeks or so. And normally what we do is a member orientation, which Michelle was part of. We haven't done that yet. But if we do it virtually, we can fill you in on some more information about the Chamber services. The reasons people join a Chamber, a lot of times it is just for those connections and to network and to meet new people, or maybe you're looking for a new accounting firm, or you're looking to have somebody that can give you better financial advice. And we have a lot of Chamber members who do those types of things. But we also offer other services too, because we want to make sure that when you get you get the most for the money that you're spending each year. And so we have what we call Affinity Program, which gives you some access to different resources. So we have the Connect Energy Group, which helps with utilities. And then we have Chamber Choice, which helps with healthcare and insurance benefits like that. Then we have Penn National, who helps with more of the business insurance side of things. So whether you have a company car or you need general liability for your building or any of those kinds of things, we have, they are able to do different rates for that. And we also have a gentleman who provides legal shield and identity theft protection for your company. And we have a company called North Pittsburgh Greeting Company. She's amazing. Tracy is the owner of that. And she's actually kind of your door-to-door person that will introduce your business to new members to the community. So whether it's a new business that opens up in the area or a new homeowner that just purchased a home, she provides like a welcome, it's like the welcome wagon for the local businesses. Now you can imagine she's not able to do what she typically does, which is actually meet people one-on-one, but she's been taking her business virtual as well.
Nice.
And like been able to expand her reach on Facebook and doing interviews with some of her B2B customers and just helping them get the word out about their company through her as well.
Nice.
And then I feel so bad for Treesdale right now, but Treesdale Golf and Country Club is also one of our affinity program people. So they offer a discount on memberships to their country club, which right now is probably not going to happen, but we hope that someday that people will be able to go back and enjoy their time together and meet in groups.
Oh yeah, you won't be able to get a tea time in July.
No.
Oh, I can't imagine. I think all of our golfers are going to go insane. I know my uncle is an avid golfer and he lives in the Houston area. And apparently in Texas, there's not as many restrictions as we have here in Pennsylvania. So he is still able to go golfing with his golf buddy. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine what would happen to my uncle if he wasn't allowed to go golfing.
Well, I know you had such a great spring too. The weather's really broke quite a few times that it was ideal to get out there.
I know. I can't imagine. We went out walking the one day when it was like 68 degrees and it was the beginning of April. I'm like, this never happens.
I know. It was so pretty.
I know. Well, Beth, we thank you for joining us and sharing with the Regional Chamber and sharing more about you. So if anybody has any questions down the road, please reach out to Beth. She's going to put the links in for a couple different services that they have, and you'll see her on there if you need to reach out to her, or just get a hold of Michelle and I, as we will happily connect you two together. We encourage anybody to join or to at least show up to some of this, since we have the opportunity now to be involved and come in and see some of the things that the Chamber is doing. They're doing a lot for the community, the whole city of Pittsburgh, really. You don't have to just live in the North. So come along. If you need any help, you need any resources for your business, for your families, for your community, reach out to the Chamber, because they have done a wonderful job and they have a lot of influential people that can help out or direct you in the right place. So we thank you for having us. This was so good. There's so many fun things. And so hopefully we'll all be here on happy hours.
Well, thank you guys for inviting me to talk about it. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah. So we loved having you, and hopefully we'll have you back soon. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
All right, everyone.
Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful afternoon. And we keep checking our events page, because we are having more and more guest speakers coming along that have so many wonderful things to talk about, just like Beth did here today. And we love having you all on here and seeing you all. We're wishing you the best. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we will see you soon. Bye.
Bye.